Yeah, that's why we're free to travel the world.
Right, can I talk a little bit about the origins of this story? So the origins of this story is because there were some photographs of the police who did in fact come to my house, and the police did in fact search my house. Now, the internet, like everything else, they get pictures of the police searching someone's house. The internet can just run away with whatever it wants to say. But the actual story, I wish it was something cooler. It's so fucking lame that I'm going to tell you all right now. A girl had been at a party at my house, and her boyfriend, who was obviously a fan of Emergency Meeting Live, saw her Instagram stories, said, "Oh my God, you're at the Tate brothers' house in Romania." This was some American chick. And she went, no, I didn't want to come to this party. They made me come here and I'm not allowed to leave. She said that to her boyfriend. That's some bullshit excuse. So her boyfriend is obviously one of these believe all females. Oh my God, my girlfriend. She wasn't even hot.
Ugly.
He calls the fuck police and says, "My girlfriend's being held against her will by the Tate brothers." The police call the American embassy, and the next day, the police come to our house. Fully loaded, the American embassy send the cops to our house. Now, they take us to the police station. So all the pictures of me and Andrew being taken away by the police, those are real photos. And what happens is they search our house. They find no drugs. They find no women. They find no people. They find nobody. It's a big, luxurious, amazing, badass. There's nothing illegal in the house. So we're sitting there at the police station. The prosecutor says, "Yes, we searched your house." I'm like, "All right, good. What'd you find?" "Well, nothing. But the report said that you were holding people hostage." I said, "Bro, there was no one at my house." He goes, "Yes, I know. We checked the CCTV." I said, "Oh, what did you find?" "The girl who made the complaints was outside the gates taking pizza delivery and coming back inside." Ha ha ha. So I'm sitting there laughing. The police are laughing. The prosecutor's laughing. And then I went home. But the internet being the internet, now we run an international human. We didn't go to jail for even 1 second. I don't understand how that could be true. If we were caught doing the things we're accused of.
Dude, they got shit.
And here's the thing, me explaining this, and if you're watching this, cut that story up and share it all over the internet as much as you like. It will never go away. That accusation will be here forever. And no matter what is said about me in the future, I could save the fucking planet from a global catastrophe. And there'll be people out there, well, it will never go away because that's the nature of the internet. You know what? Fine.
It's true.
Say I'm a human.
We could save the world from an asteroid.
And they would still say,
Ethan,
well, there's human
Ethan will
traffickers.
sit there in between his 8th and 9th taco.
I think they run a sex ring.
You know what's actually funny about since that thing?
I do run a sex ring. It's called my harem of girlfriends.
You know what's
They're
funny?
all willing participants.
Exactly. What's funny is this. One, that there's dudes out there so soy. Imagine that. You catch your girl on Instagram at our house.
Yeah.
She says,
"Oh, they made me come here.
They made me come to this big party."
And she's dancing in the videos. She's dancing.
And she's dancing.
The police have the video. She's dancing around, twerking.
And you sit there and go,
"Oh my God, she's kidnapped."
"Are you okay, baby?"
I'm gonna save you. Bro.
Ooh, imagine.
Gentlemen, our house has been raided. All of our electronics have been taken.
Emergency meeting! Emergency.
We just got out of jail, and all of our electronics were taken.
What's this? Wait, you were in the VIP section. Randy was in the VIP section. Ah, you were in the VIP section of jail.
I was in a jail cell.
Yeah, no, I was in the VIP jail.
You were in
You
the-
do the jail IQ?
You were
in the VIP section.
You were in the same cell as me.
Listen, bro, I was in the VIP section. I was in the loser section. We were down in the VIP section. You couldn't see us all the way down there.
They've taken iPads, $400,000 worth of supercomputers, our entire YouTube studio, all of our cash for our emergency meetings. They've taken everything.
No, so it does sound like an emergency.
Emergency meeting.
Emergency meeting.
It's not a jail. We can't do emergency. Are we going to tell the people and take confidential why a bunch of men, a bunch of SWAT officers with MP5s ran into our house? All right, I'll tell them.
Let's start with Andrew Tate. When you listen to his long-form content, do you find him to be more of a positive influence than a negative? Or how do you wind up feeling in terms of his influence on men and society at large?
Absolute net positive. I don't see anything that's a net negative. I see all of the net positive for him. Getting men to get in shape, you kidding me? Our testosterone level has dropped since 1980. Every year our testosterone levels dropped 1% for that age category. Not every year like when I'm 35 then 36. Every year the average male's testosterone testosterone level was dropped. Our PSI on how our grip strength is, it's dropped from 1985. It was at 116. Right now it's 96. For women, it's gone from 79 to 98. How's that even possible? Women have stronger grip strength than men in many cases. How's that even happening? Because we're no longer pushing men to be masculine and, hey, admire a, bodybuilder, tough guy, a fighter. We looked up to these guys. Right now it's looking up to, pansies and sissies.
Andrew Tate commentary subsequent to his arrest in Romania. First up, all of these people giving their opinions about what they think of Andrew Tate. Well, I'm sure he couldn't give the first shiny penny about what your opinion on him is, because he's a pretty self-contained individual. Second up, all the people who have an opinion on Andrew Tate or want him on their podcast or their TV show or wherever from an interview and then try and sort of distance themselves or self-inoculate. Well, they wanted Andrew Tate because they wanted the noise he brings. They wanted the clicks he can bring. They wanted the eyeballs and the views that he will bring because he is successful. You were jealous of the attention he's getting and you wanted some of it. And you should credit him with being able to generate that level of attention. And I think importantly, in a world where all the time we're told who's the bad guy and who's the good guy, it's about time we started working that stuff out for ourselves. So you can hear a couple of clips of his and go, oh, what an asshole. But if you meet someone who's worked with him, he's an operator, he turns up early, he invests time, and he's very easy to talk to. Just a few things to bear in mind when you're making your mind up about Andrew Tate.
What I want to say is these guys are the furthest thing from criminals. They're the furthest thing. These allegations are ludicrous. These guys have children. These guys donate to charities. These guys willingly provide different support systems all over Romania that they don't necessarily might not talk about publicly, right? For obvious reasons, which I understand and respect that. And they've been doing that for the better part of a decade. It wasn't really until they became famous that all this spotlight has hit them. For them to say, right, oh yeah, these guys are truckers and all this other bullshit, it's a fucking lie. I saw with my own two eyes how these guys operate, right? The girls that come to the house, that hang out with them, these guys are celebrities in Romania, guys. Women are obviously gonna flock towards them. But, right, with great, anytime you're famous, anytime you have any type of status, any clout or whatever, people look at that, right, to their own advantage. People have nefarious intentions a lot of time to get around people of status and power. And this is no different. Okay, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And quite frankly, people will do and say anything to bring you down when you have status and money to elevate themselves. All right, this is no different.
First thing I want to tell you guys is I promise you that Tate is too rich and too smart to do anything illegal. He's been too rich and too smart to do anything illegal for a very, very long time. As long as I've lived with him, I've never seen him do anything illegal at all in any way, shape, or form. Tate also, because he's foreseen of things, he always knew that this would happen. He's told you guys this would happen. He has many interview clips where he said this would happen. It's a 3-life process when you're someone that let's say the Matrix or the mainstream news or the people in charge do not like you. It's a 3-step process. First, they try and cancel you. So they tried to cancel Tate. They really did. Unfortunately for them, they failed. So they failed on that end. So if they fail on canceling you, what's the next move? Well, the next move is jail. And by the way, you can see this playbook. They do this playbook with Julian Assange. They do it with credible people. It's what they do. First, they try and discredit you and cancel you, so no one listens to you. If people keep listening to you, then they have to try and discredit you further and try and put you in jail. That's the next move. And that's what the Matrix has done. The Matrix is now trying to put Andrew in jail. It's completely bogus charges, but unfortunately, Romania is, you guys can look this up, is known for corruption, and unfortunately, corruption also works to where if the mainstream and the Matrix wants you, they can find a corrupt judge to sign a bullshit paper to get your house raided. And that's really what it is. It's one judge signs one paper, and now your house gets raided, and then you get, and that's how it goes. That's just how it goes. So, Obviously, that's all in the news now because that's what it takes to discredit, right? Just the house raid alone is massively discrediting. Julian Assange, right? I don't know if you guys know who that is. He's the WikiLeaks guy who reported a bunch of news that the US government didn't want to get reported. Then one day, out of nowhere, some Swedish girl said that he raped her. And there's no evidence at all that that happened ever. And I'm pretty sure the charges were dropped and it never even went to court. But by then he ran away and hid in exile in some embassy. He was in that embassy forever. Then they dropped those charges and they added on some new charges about leaking sensitive information, like a sort of terrorist thing. So anyway, that's the playbook they played on Assange. Step 2 done. Will they attempt step 3? Because step 3 is, if they can't cancel you, and if they can't put you in jail, or if jail doesn't ruin your influence, the next thing they do is they kill you. They Epstein you. They make it, and Andrew's clearly said on multiple podcasts he will never kill himself. Andrew knew that this would happen eventually. It was always a possibility on the board. It was always, okay, well, we've done well in not getting canceled. We're not going to shut up because we're going to keep changing lives for the better. And okay, so that means step 2 is jail. And Andrew expressed in many podcasts that he knew that that was the case, and that's why he was worried. And obviously he was worried for a good reason, as we can see now. Because frankly, I'm extremely, extremely surprised this happened. I've been living with the guy forever, and I can tell you guys, it's not true in any way, shape, or form. It's complete, just literal nonsense. I actually can't believe it. It makes me really not trust the justice system at all.